Now let's talk about China. Xi Jinping's pet project, the Belt and Road Initiative, has suffered a setback. Italy is a member of the BRI, the Belt and Road Initiative, and now Italy wants to leave. The decision is not official yet, but the writing is on the wall. The Italian defense minister has spoken his mind. His name is Guido Crosetto. He was discussing the BRI agreement. He said Italy's decision to join the BRI was quote-unquote improvised and atrocious. Now they want to leave, but they're not sure how to leave. Listen to what the minister said, and I'm quoting, "The issue today is how to walk back from the BRI without damaging relations with Beijing, because it is true that China is a competitor, but it is also a partner." Then Italy's Prime Minister spoke about this, Giorgia Meloni. She gave an interview on Sunday. She was asked if Italy would stay or leave. Meloni said they haven't made a decision yet, but they will by December. And which way is she leaning? It seems Giorgia Meloni wants to exit with minimal damage. She wants to leave the Belt and Road, but also maintain a trade relationship with China. Listen to her statement, and I'm quoting again. "You can have good relations with China without the Belt and Road Initiative. But it's something, in my opinion, has to be discussed with Chinese government and well inside of the Italian parliament. But anyway, we will take a decision before December." This is what the Prime Minister said. Now, Italy, we know, is in an awkward situation, the odd one out in BRI, the only G7 member in this Chinese project. G7 is a group of 7 largely Western economies that were once the world's richest. Italy is a member of this club, the G7, and it signed up for the BRI. This happened in the year 2019, and it was a big coup for Beijing. In fact, Xi Jinping went to Rome himself for this. He took a victory lap when Italy agreed to sign this deal. The Chinese president said, "This partnership will benefit both parties."
We agreed that we need to strengthen synergies between the two parties and our respected development strategies to enhance collaboration in the infrastructure, ports, logistics, and shipping sectors. The goal is to build concrete and quality projects along the Silkway.
Italy was reeling from a debt crisis, so the collaboration with Beijing made sense in 2019. But it hasn't been a win-win like Xi Jinping promised them. Trade between the two countries remains lopsided. It is tilted heavily in Beijing's favor. In May 2023, China's exports to Italy were worth over $4 billion. But Rome sent back less than $3 billion worth of goods. Now, there is a brake on investments too. Italy signed up for the BRI under the leadership of Giuseppe Conte. Conte allowed a series of large investments, but his successor, Mario Draghi, was wary. He blocked several Chinese acquisitions in Italy. And where does the current leader, Giorgia Meloni, stand? Well, she's a hardliner. She wants closer economic integration with the West. This month, she visited Washington and she vowed to improve trade ties with the US.
The United States is our most important trade partner outside the European Union. And I do agree with you, Joe, that our trade partnership is very high, but no reason why we could not improve it.
But she cannot improve ties with the US until she quits the BRI. So what's the roadblock? The major problem is negotiating this exit. Italy fears a retaliation from China. A former Italian diplomat has spoken about this. His name is Stefano Stefanini. He was Italy's ambassador to NATO. And he described Rome's dilemma in these words. Given the state of relations between the US and China, we cannot remain an ally of the US and at the same time remain in the BRI. We have to try to negotiate a peaceful or the least damaging possible exit with the Chinese. And this is what the Italian leader, Meloni, has to navigate. A clear path for Italy's exit from the Belt and Road Initiative. And she needs time till December for this, she says. Here is what might help her. China's falling investments. Beijing is pouring less money into the BRI now, and I have some numbers. In 2020, China invested more than $60 billion in the BRI. The next year, in 2021, the funding fell to a little over $56 billion. There was a surge of bad loans. In the last 3 years, investments worth $78 billion have been affected. And these were loans that turned sour for Beijing. Either the debt was renegotiated or it had to be written off. So Giorgia Meloni could always argue that the BRI is no longer an attractive proposition for her country. But she is banking on the West to step up to offer the kind of money that China brings to the table. Can the US and Europe match up? And is that a game that they want to play? We should have our answers by December.